Welcome back to another video. So today in this video you'll see me doing my nightly routine before bedtime. Daddy is not home. It's just myself and the children. They are already in bed, but I just want to bring you all into my devotion, just for you all to see what I do before I close my eyes. So guys, if this one interests you, stay tuned. So at this point, I get to really, speak to the Most High within my heart. And, as Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6, tells us that in all our ways we should acknowledge Him and He'll direct our path. This is a practice that I do carry out, even before going into the Word. I will pray first, because, I need His leading. I don't want to lean on my own understanding. I want to follow after what He wants for me. So this is me praying.
A wise son hears his father's instruction, but a scorner hears not rebuke. Man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. He that guards his mouth guards his life, but he that opens wide his lips shall have destruction. The soul of the sluggard desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. A righteous man hates lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and comes to shame. Righteousness keeps him that is upright in the way, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. There is that makes himself rich, yet has nothing. There is that makes himself poor, yet has great riches. The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor hears not rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride comes contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathers by labor shall increase. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that fears the commandment shall be rewarded. The Torah, hallelujah, of the wise is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. Good understanding gives favor, but the way of transgressors is hard. Every prudent man deals with knowledge, but a fool lays open his folly. A wicked messenger falls into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is of. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuses instruction, but he that regards reproof shall be honored. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. He that walks with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment. He that spares his rod hates his son, but he that loves him chastens him early. The righteous eats to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. Here at the reading of the Most High's holy word. So, this is a very powerful passage here in the book of Proverbs, Proverbs 13. So, right here, basically, there's so many instructions that is said here, but I'm gonna pick maybe like few and give a little take on it. So, I'm gonna start with 24. It says, "He that spares his rod hates his son, but he that loves him chastens him early." Now, we know basically what this part here in the book of Proverbs is speaking about. He that spares his rod hates his son. Basically, you have parents that don't, discipline their children, right? And what this is saying that is because basically you don't love your child, meaning whenever you see them do bad stuff, instead of you discipline them, you allow them to carry on. You are basically putting your children's life, your child or your children's lives in jeopardy, because as you read on further it says, "But he that loves him chastens him early." Right? You have to break that tree from the tree is young. You can't wait until it's old. Then you're gonna try and bend that tree. It's not good. So right here you have to deal with them as small as they are. As soon as you see them start doing things that is not right. Right? So this is why I said, "He that spares his rod hates his son." Right? Parents are supposed to discipline the child as early as possible, not waiting until they reach their teenage stage or even further on in life. Then you're going to tell me, "Oh, that's not right, you're not supposed to do that." When they were younger, you weren't doing it, so what's the sense? So in that case, the word here is telling you that you don't really love your child, right? Another one, "He that walks with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." So true, right? It's like a saying growing up, show me your friend and I tell you who you are. If you're a smart person, I'm sure you ain't gonna walk with no fools. Fools that give trouble, don't take instruction, do their own thing, then you're classified just like them. But he that is wise is definitely gonna be in the company of the wise. All right. The Torah of the wise is a foundation of life to depart from the snares of death. The Torah of the wise. So basically, the Torah means the law, or I'm going to put it in order of understanding. The ways of the wise, right, is a foundation of life. Growing up, our grandparents, they teach us a lot of stuff, right? There's a specific one. Manners carry through the world, right? These are Jamaican proverbs, because I'm Jamaican, yes. I never forget, growing up, my grandmother would always say, manners carry through the world, you know, basically respect. When you have respect, it takes you a long way in life. Those things put you on a pathway of, prosperity. Because look, nowadays children don't really respect nobody. Nowadays, you see children talking to parents as if the parent is the child and they are the parent. No respect at all. Old time people, they have some really good, encouragement. I remember my grandfather would say that. I remember my uncle used to say that. My aunt used to say that. It turns out to be true. The word of the wise really truly, you know, it's a way of success. It's a way that leads us, not to destruction. But he that fears the commandments shall be rewarded. Many people say that the commandments are done away with and all of that. It's not true, right? He is Elohim. He is the creator of all humanity. And if governments, which is man, can have rules, why not the Most High, right? He don't want us to live a slack life. Remember, he is our Father, right? Every home, everywhere you go, there's policy, there's rules. So you're telling me that the Most High just created us like that and say, do whatever you want? No, no. 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. Wow, many people say the Bible is done away with, right? The word of Elohim is done away with. It's old fashioned. This is all kind of that and whatever. It's not. It's not done away with. It will never wipe out. It will always be the same, and nobody will ever take that. This is the only thing that lasts forever, right? So it says, whoso despises another word of hate, the word shall be destroyed. You're just up for destruction. There's no good to your end. The second part says, but he that fears the commandment shall be rewarded. Yes, they go ahead and they said, oh, the commandments are done away with, this, that, whatever is nailed to the cross, all kind of stuff. But even in this life, the all government body, they have laws, right? They have rules. Everywhere you go, there is policies, right? Even in your home, there's rules. So you're going to tell me that the Most High, the creator of all things, just going to create this heaven and earth, create, all people, and then you can do whatever you want. No. He have instructions that we have to live by, and if we don't live by them, then we have no good ending. What will be our reward, right? Just destruction. But if we do what his commandment says, then in the end we're gonna be rewarded, and that's a fact. 11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. I'm gonna read it again. Wealth, mean riches, gotten by vanity, we know what is vanity, shall be diminished. We don't understand that true wealth is from the Most High. Word of Elohim stated that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Whatever you want, go to him, right? Well gotten by vanity shall be diminished. If it's not coming from the Most High, and yes, not every wealth comes from the Most High, because the devil do give people wealth, right? But the true wealth is from the Most High, and whatever he gives you, it's going to last. But he that fears the commandment shall be rewarded. I'm going to give an example with one disobedient child and the other child which is obedient, right? So you have rules that are laid out in your home, and here goes this child who is always going against your rules and trying to break every rule that you establish. But there is this other child where everything that you have set out, the child do what you say, right? There's nothing good you're going to withhold from that child, because you realize that the child is obedient. But as for the child that is disobedient, who don't listen, who backchat, who this, that, you just want to do the basic for them, right? And for all the parents who are watching this, you know this. You know what I'm saying is true. And true parents. Because this is what the Most High do as well. Whenever we go against what He has put out for us to do, there are consequences, right? I'm not gonna play no hypocrite. If I have a child who is disobedient to, what, my husband and myself, we stand for, that child gonna pay the consequence, right? And it's because we love the child. It goes back to where I read in 24, he that spirit is rod hates his child. So in that case, I'm not gonna rewarding a child that constantly breaking my rules. No. And this is how the Most High is. So yeah, that's it. Maybe somebody need to hear this. It's not me, but the Mashiach, aka Christ, that lives in me. You understand? It's all about Him. It's not about me, it's not about you, but it's about Him. And it's our duty to encourage one another with these words. But this is the end of my little night devotion. Very important to go to bed. Falling asleep on the word is very vital, right? So this is my sword. Even when I'm going to sleep, I have to draw it, because that's where I do my biggest fights. But anyways, I'm gonna pray right now, and then you'll see what I do afterwards.
The word of Elohim encourages us that we are to pray without ceasing. We are to pray non-stop when we wake up, during the daytime, and even before bedtime. Remember, the devil is after the things of the Most High, and us, his servants, we belong to him. And even when we're at our subconscious state, Satan is still trying to destroy us. And this is why prayer is so important in my own and everyday life. I pray that you do the same. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I pray that it's an encouragement unto you and even your family. And I pray that together we will tear down Satan's kingdom.
Well, it's time for bed.
I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For you, Yahweh, only make me dwell in safety. Tehillim Psalms for Uit Sefer. When you lie down, you shall not be afraid. Yea, you shall lie down, and your sleep shall be sweet. Mishlai Proverbs 3:20 for Sefer.